Hey guys, it's Bretta Coon here, and I'm going to show you how to make an interactive and user-friendly welcome page for your Schoology account. To create this, all you're going to need is PowerPoint as well as Google Docs. If you're not familiar with Google Docs, it's free to download, and I'll tell you exactly how to use it, and I'll make sure I go slow so that there's not any confusion. The way that these buttons work is when you click them, they can take you wherever you need to go within that Schoology course. So for example, when you click on daily assignments, it will take you to a folder for that current week's assignments, and down here will be each of the days once I get it filled out. I'll show you how to create that as well. My plan is to piece together the steps of this video throughout little different video snippets, and you can pause at any time, and please send me a message if you have any questions. The first thing you're going to do is start a new PowerPoint presentation. When you're on the screen, it's going to look like this, and you're going to go up to these tabs up in the top left corner, click on Design. On Design, you'll see all these pretty designs. Go over to the right side of that, and that will say Slide Size. Click on a custom slide size. You are going to change your width, not in inches, but 980 pixels. And you are going to put px instead of inches there. So it's going to be 980 pixels. And you're going to change your height to 200 pixels. I don't know what I was writing there. So 200 pixels. And it automatically custom changes those to inches. And then you're going to click OK. Click Maximize. And there you have it. Don't change the format. Leave these titles because it will come in handy. Now that you've changed the size of your slide, I would just play around with the title and the subtitle. This is going to go at the top of your page, so it needs to be something that's welcoming. I showed you the example of my superhero classroom. Right now, I'm just keeping it very basic. I would suggest doing a header for ELA as well as one for math. And to go over and create a new slide, you're going to go up, click on New Slide. And then I would duplicate this selected slide, and it's going to actually create the same one. It's going to copy it twice for you. I would make it say like you can make one for ELA, one for math, add another one for science, whatever you want to do, because you're going to have different headers for different course pages. So play around with it, add images, whatever you want to do. Now that we have the top part of our header created, we need to add our buttons. So those interactive buttons are the next step. To do that, go right up to where we have New Slide again. Click on a blank slide. Like I had said earlier, it's going to duplicate the same size for you, so you do not have to go and change that. And you are going to now create circular shapes. And maybe you don't want a circle button. Maybe you want a square button, whatever the case may be. You're going to go up here. Sorry, I'm trying to hold and talk at the same time. And you can click on this oval shape. Now that I have that, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to drag it. I'm going to move it. When you click on it, you can go up to your format, and you can actually make sure that it is the same size all the way around, so it's not any shorter or taller on any side, so it's a perfect circle. And I chose to have 5 buttons, so you take one, you copy it, you paste it, and then paste it again, and paste it again. It might have made them a little bit too big, and paste them again. And so I'm just going to scoot them all in here. And the formatting itself of the buttons does not matter, because when we put these into Google Docs, it doesn't matter if they're higher or taller, because Google Docs will make sure that they're organized. And now you play around with the buttons. I've selected this one. I'm going to change the format. Like, I might change the shape fill to black. I might make the shape outline white, or whatever the case may be. It's up to you on how you do those. So play around with it, change your colors, all that. Like I said, when you highlight them, when you click on them, you go up to format and change the fill and the outline. Okay, I chose to make all of my buttons black and white. And now we need to add text boxes so that we can actually label these buttons. I chose meet the teacher, daily assignments, daily schedule, class websites, class expectations. You can obviously put whatever you want there. To insert a text box to label those, you are going to go up to that top left corner, click on insert, go over to text box. It's on the right side. Click text box, go down here, insert it, type in whatever you want, and do that for each of your 5 buttons. Now that we have finished labeling our buttons, it is time to save it so that we can finally start to create that header. Go back to your welcome banner here. We are ready to save it. Go up and click File. Go down to Export. Don't click Save. Click Export. You are going to change the file type. Click Save As. Click on PNG. PNG, Portable Network Graphics Format. PNG. Save it, whatever you want. Make sure it's a PNG. Click Save. Save just this one. Don't save all the slides as PNGs, just this one. Now that we have that, you are going to save your individual buttons as individual pictures. So you're going to go up to the left side, highlight everything within that circle, right click, highlight it, go inside, right click, save as picture, save it as whatever you want to save it as, whatever. Save each individual button as an individual picture. So you might say meet the teacher button, daily assignments button, daily schedule button, class websites button, class expectations button. Whatever you do, just save them as individual pictures, and then I'll tell you what to do next. All right, now that we've done all that, we're officially finished up with PowerPoint. So go ahead and open up a new Google Docs file. If you have any questions with how to download Google Docs, please send me a message. Once you have Google Docs up, go over to File in the left corner. Sorry, my computer screen's dirty. Go down to where it says Page Setup, because you are going to want to put this in landscape orientation, and then change your margins to a 1/2 inch. So from 1 inch, change it to 0.5. Ta-da! And once you have that, it will be in landscape. Now we need to put our buttons on there. So we are actually not putting our banner, our welcome banner at the top just yet. We are actually putting our buttons on there. And to do that, you go to Insert on the top left corner. Click Table. We have 5 buttons. So you want to do 5 by 1. Click it. All right, and they're right there. And to insert your buttons, you are going to go back to that insert button, because see, my cursor is right here. Insert, image, upload from computer, All right, number 1, that's my first button. My first button's Meet the Teacher. Go through and add all 5 of your buttons. All right, so I have all of my buttons on their respective table spots. If you haven't done that yet, just pause this video. Now you're going to go over to the Meet the Teacher button. You are going to right-click that button, and then you are going to go down where it says Insert a Row Above. You want to click on that. Then you want to highlight this whole thing, just the top row. Right-click again, and go down to where it says Merge Cells. So that is one cell, and the buttons are still individual. Click there so that you get the cursor back there. Click Insert, Image from Computer, because now we're going to add the header. You're probably going to need to go to your documents for this one. So click on Documents and type in the name of your header. Mine is Schoology homepage Brookview. Open. There it is. Now that we have this, I'm going to show you how to add your links. It is my plan to create individual pages on Schoology, which I'm going to show you how to do in just a second, that relate to Meet the Teacher, their daily assignments, the daily schedule, class websites, and class expectations. So I'm going to tell you how to create pages on Schoology that you can go back and edit later. All right, now I'm on Schoology, and when you enter a course on Schoology, you have the option to add materials. You'll see that right there, add materials. You are going to add a page. So your page might be Meet the Teacher. I'm not going to put anything on there. I'm just going to create the page so that I can link it. If you've already linked your page, if you've already created these pages, then you can still go back and link it that way. So now I'm going to create the page. And now I have a page called Meet the Teacher. So when I click on it, it's blank. You have the option, you can go back and edit it later. But we have a URL. So you're going to copy that URL, go back here. This is my Meet the Teacher button. I'm going to right click that Meet the Teacher button, and I am going to press link. I'm going to paste the link and apply it. So now when I use this button, after I've put it all into Schoology, once I click on this button, it will take me immediately to my Meet the Teacher page. And like I said, you can go through and edit it. If you've already created a Meet the Teacher page, then just go ahead and link that. You can go through and create pages for all of these buttons. Like for example, you could create another page that has the daily schedule and leave it blank. And once you figure out your daily schedule, you can always go back and edit it. But one thing I want to talk about are the daily assignments. You can do your daily assignments however you want to. I'm just telling you how I have decided that I'm going to do things in my classroom, like when we have remote learning on Fridays. I am going to go to Schoology, go back to that materials page. All I have in this class right now is a Meet the Teacher page, and I created a course that I can just play around with. This is not any of my actual ELA or math courses. I'm just doing this to show you guys. I'm going to add folders, and in these folders I'm going to separate things weekly. So I'm going to have like September the 8th, which is like the first day of school, to September the 11th. And I might make it a red one, whatever. Have the start date on September the 11th, or excuse me, September the 8th, and add the end date of September the 11th. However you want to do it's fine. You can create daily folders. I'm just showing you how I've decided to do it. And I'm going to create that folder. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create individual folders. So I'm going to create another folder for Monday the 8th. Now I would type it out. I'm just, for tutorial purposes, I'm trying to save time, but I would put like Monday, September the 8th, 2020. I might describe it a little better, whatever, and then create it that way. And then inside of it, so for each day I would have like 9/8, 9/9, 9/10, 9/11. And in those days, when you click on that, that's where I'm going to put their daily assignments. Okay, so what I want to do is when I link my button that says their daily assignments, I'm going to direct them to this folder, this 9/8 through 9/11. And on the 8th, I'll put the first one. On the 9th, I'll put the next one. On the 10th, I'll put the next one. And the 11th. This is just in the event that we would go fully remote. However, we still have to be prepared for Fridays. So at the beginning of the school year, it may only be Fridays. You can adapt accordingly, but you can copy that one, copy that URL for the folder. It works the same way. Go here to daily assignments, right click, link, post the link, apply it. And then that button will take them to that week's assignments. Now, you are going to have to save this Google Doc and change the link each week. So after the week of 9/8 to 9/11, you're going to need to change it to 9/13 through whatever, or 9/14 through whatever. So you're going to have to change that link every day. The rest of these buttons aren't going to change, but you'll have to keep up with this link and change it each week so that when they click on it, they can easily find their assignments. Go through and create pages for all of your buttons. You can always change them later. And like I said earlier, your buttons can say whatever you want. They don't have to be like mine. This is just something that I chose to use. All right, once you have linked all of your buttons, you are going to change your border to white so that it's invisible and we don't have these black lines. So you're going to go right here beneath it so that it looks like that, little cross here. Right click. You might have to scroll down until you see table properties. Click. Change it to white. Click off that. All right. So now we don't have those lines going around all of our different objects. All right. Now that we've linked everything and we have our table border, I want you to highlight the whole thing because we are ready to post it to Schoology. Once it is highlighted, you can right click anywhere, click copy. Now you are going to go up to Schoology. Go to the updates page. So you might have been on materials or whatever. Go to the updates page. Post here. Right click it. Paste. There it is. Click the bell because the bell is what makes sure that it stays at the top of your web page. Click post. And there you have it. So if you click there, it'll take you to the Meet the Teacher page. Hit the back button. Daily assignments page. Takes you to that folder like I told you. Like I said, you just have to relink that, and I'm happy to help you with that or any questions. And then when they would click on that 9/8, like the first day of school, then their assignments would be right there. So when you go to the updates tab, that's the first thing you see, and all of these are interactive and it takes your students where you need to go. Thanks, guys.